The upcoming new league Secrets of the Atlas introducing 3 new Pinnacle endgame bosses, which means more things to face tank. Bleed Ground Slam Chieftain will be an excellent choice for this one. This was my league starter last league. Face tank and kill every Uber boss in the game with it. What's up guys, Pidget here. Ground Slam is a melee skill that will make a pretty noticeable wave that will travel where you looking with your cursor. The most satisfying thing is the area that you can hit with your attack. You can cover half of the screen with your attack easily. Clear and signal target is solved by one single skill. Fair warning though before we deep diving even further. This build is using 5 Warcry, but this doesn't mean you have to piano all of them while mapping. You will just only need to use 1 or 2 Warcry, but both has pretty long duration, so you don't need to worry about that for a long time. I would say the only thing that you need to keep up is the Enduring Cry, because the regen that is giving us, we're talking about like 2k life regen per second. When you will have better gear, you will just one-shot all the normal and rare monsters with your hit damage. The build will want to use Transfigured version of this skill, Ground Slam of Earthshaking. The reason for this, we're using this because this is hitting much harder than the base gem, talking about like 30% more damage multiplier. Second thing, because we want this gem, you need to farm or buy the gem later. You will farm Merciless Lab, that's the third one. Till you get it or just buy from another player. But there is a big but. You don't need this skill gem to even complete the X low tier maps. Just very nice to have and will make your progression much faster. Let's talk about how you can level up this build and how your PoB is building up and how you can navigate in my PoB. You will have a drop down menu here or a pop-up menu, and you will see here multiple different levels section and what node you need to take early on. I took many feedback from earlier, from last league, so there was a big concern about the accuracy rating early on. Now in the notes as well, talking about accuracy rating and hit chance. So the easiest solution for this, get a weapon, literally any weapon with accuracy rating roll, or use precision, and you will have a good time with your precision in Act 1 and Act 2 very easily. So you only need like even like 100 accuracy rating roll on a blue weapon or a yellow weapon. It doesn't matter, it will cap your accuracy rating and hit chance at the same time very easily, and it will make your life much easier in the early acts. And also I changed a little bit the starting levels because we was not getting that much damage early on. So now I'm allocating here kinetic impacts, and also later on you will starting getting bleed nodes as well as you progress through the game. You can see here even more bleed nodes, little attack speed will here, because you know it will feel much better if you attacking faster. And also you starting taking here the master wounds wheel. Later on you will getting this one as well, you can see here. And also now I changed this part as well at the level 48 part. Now we getting here the 45 wheel with steadfast, so you will getting, you know, life regen, and also your melee hits will 45, so you don't need to use 45 super gem is not that good, so this will help you big time. And also this will grant you, you know, increased fortification duration, so you will have like 10-second long fortification duration, which is by the way giving you 20% less damage taken, which is kinda very nice, especially early on and later in the game as well. And also I want to raise your attention at this point, you can take the blood magic, because at this point I feel like you will have the Enduring Cry ready, and also you will have here Sun's roll from the Ascendancy. This will grants you, you know, infinite Warcry power. What is that means? You don't need to get any monster around you or unique monster to gain 100% benefit from your work. And this is why I saying you can take the blood magic here, because you will use Enduring Cry once again, guys. You can see here you will have pretty damn good life regen already. Moving forward, when you completing your second lab, you starting the Resolute Technique. Resolute Technique will help big time, and at this point you can drop the precision, guys. Okay, so because you can see here Resolute Technique will solve all of the issues that you have with your accuracy rating. And also this is the point when you were taking the Tukuma Varsara. This is, you can see here, literally a 50% more damage multiplier. Absolutely strong, guys. So yeah, this will feel very good, but though you need to socket your gem inside your body armor. That is very, very important, guys. Don't forget, otherwise you will lose out the Fist of War. And in the meantime, we will start running up here to the tree. You will see in a second in the third lab we taking all of these goodies up here, so like, you know, physical mastery, because all of the abilities will cost life, so you will deal 40% increased damage, and also damage over time multiplier here, and also this is the point when you getting suppression. So you will getting suppression here, and you will take this evasion mastery, but though early game you will use the lucky suppression. Okay, the lucky suppression, because obviously you can't cap your suppression early on. And now you reaching maps, you know, you will allocating all of the left stuff, like, you know, the Java sockets here, and also you starting pathing here to the, you know, more suppression and more life here, and also you will take aero reflexes. But if you don't have too much, you know, gear with evasion, you can just drop this one. Ascendancy Order, Science Sense Roll, Tukohoma Wars Herald, and Tassio Cleansing Water. This will be a very, very nice feeling when you killing Act 10 Kitava, because you will just can cap your resistance absolutely easily, because you will getting, you know, you just only need to care basically about fire resistance, and you will cap your resistance. And Volako Storm Embrace is the last one. This will be very, very nice to have, but later on we will utilize this one even further. So this build will have 90% maximum ORS, but you will see in a second once again. So the items I just put here, very basic stuff, so this is very, very, you know, not really insane item in my opinions. All of the stuff is here is just basic items, although I need to include here lightning coil, guys. So I'm big fan about lightning coil, because this grants you a very, very big proportion of physical damage reduction. So you can see here 35% physical damage reduction just right now, and when you get maximum lightning resistance you will feel much, much stronger this item, because how the conversation and the elemental damage reduction works together. The gem progression also changed a little bit with the leveling, because I refined it a little bit more. So now as well, guys, once again from the drop menu you will can select your current corresponding level, and then you will able to use and see as well what gems we using. Fair warning, guys, maybe you will get a little bit unlucky with the level 22, because you will not have maybe a 4 link, but if you have a 4 link then you literally won the game, right? And you can see here even at the first lab there is you know, much more stuff added to the build. So use as this one as your guide if you need any sort of help with this one. Ground Slam of Earthshaking. Once again, you can just use the Ground Slam till you getting your Earthshaking variant, but this is not really, once again, needed to complete the normal game or just low level tier maps, but this will cost like maybe like 2 KS, right? So it will be very, very cheap. Cruelty, Brutality, melee physical damage, Chance to Bleed. Chance to Bleed is a very, very nice link, by the way, for this build, and you will use this one from level 1, so which is very, very nice. And Over Extortion. So guys, once again, this build is using 6 Warcry. Okay, 6 Warcry, and that is the Seismic Warcry. This will grant you more armor. That is very, very nice, and also it will, every single Warcry will grant you like 10% more damage. So Seismic Cry, Enduring Cry, this is what is granting us life regen, and also we using here Intimidating Cry, that is granting your increased movement speed. That is very, very nice feeling, by the way, guys. So this is grants you 28% movement speed, which is kind of nice. And also you will using Infernal Cry just for when you're killing a monster, it will explode, and it will feel so good, especially on very dense maps. And the next one, the movement skill setup and aura setup. So you will use Eternal Blessing and Pride, and that's it. because Eternal Blessing disabling all of the other auras, so you will not able to use auras, and Pride is the one of the best one that we can use. Pride is a very big damage multiplier. You can see here another Warcry, Battle Mage Cry. This will trigger the vulnerability and also the Blood Rage here when you pressing it. So this is also, by the way, more damage, right? Once again, 10% more per Warcry, and we not care about any other stuff here, guys, about this one, so don't really worry about that. And using automutation level 1 and Blood Rage, so this will not get linked together, this 4, just these 2, and you will just have Blood Rage up all the time, which is feels nice. And also, guys, our defensive setup here, Molten Shell, I did not dig in. You can see here our max Fizz hit pool and Elemental hit pool looks very nice, am I right? And if you're ticking Molten Shell, you can see here we skyrocketing in level of tonkiness, so this is very nice, guys. I also want to talk about the endgame variant of this build. I was able to complete all of the Uber bosses once again and face tonk as well, all of them, and that was my endgame POB, and I had all of this item in the game, and I still have in standard. So this one is not like, you know, I just made up all of this stuff. So I farmed all of this and used all of these items in the game. So once again, I got here a very nice axe here, as you can see. So weapon is very important for this build. I would say if you need to decide if you're purchasing a better weapon, you go for a better weapon. And so the overview of the endgame variant, guys, you will see here that much bleed DPS we have, which is kinda nice, by the way, in my opinion. This is the total damage per bleed, so technically if you hitting this big bleed, you will deal that much damage, so you will kill majority of the bosses with one single tap if you aggravating the bleed. And the defensive, guys, it was, you were seeing in the clips, it was absolutely insane. And also you getting like almost 2k life regen, and this is can tank every single ability in the game. So if I setting this one to Uber Sirius Meteor, you can see here we just can face tank easily. Uber Shaper Slam also very good, right? So look at this 1.4, and also because the Shaper is not attacking that fast, so we will immediately recover all of this stuff. With this build you reaching 90% ORS, which is very nice, guys. I can tell you it feels very nice, especially Agnist elemental damage is not ticked here. The Molten Shell still, guys, you can see here, if I tick in Molten Shell, we just becoming basically immortal, right? So basically maybe you can just use a self-cost Molten Shell as well. You can see here it's a joke, right? So you're literally taking like almost 0 damage, so it's very nice feeling, guys, in the end game. Although once again, guys, this is a slam skill, right? So you will not attack that faster, but this is our attack rate right now with frenzy charges up, because by the way this build can generate frenzy charges just like here. Valkyries have 5% chance to grant an endurance, frenzy or power charge, so you will have up all the charges very easily, but power charges is not matters for this build. You can see here my conclusion for this league starter. This is a very solid choice. It not get changed at all. It's very nice feeling to have a slam skill and also that much, you know, tonkiness in the build. I'm very confident to recommend this build for you guys. I was league started with this one last time. I was not disappointed with it. My only issue was with it, you know, it's not a speed clear build, right? So you don't have that much movement speed, right? Where is it? 70% right now, right? But we don't have tigged this one, so yeah, I mean it's kind of fast, but you will not that fast like if you comparing yourself to a speed farmer glass cannon build, right? But you know, my builds is always focusing on the tonkiness and the signal target damage instead of clear most of the time, right? I hope you enjoyed this league starter video. If you have any question, please leave a comment below, or you can find me on twitch.tv/Pidget2. Thanks for watching, guys. I was Pidget. See you next time.